Well, folks, in today's video I'm going to be building this. This is a lifelike Al's General Store. This is a set, it's been around for a long time. I've always wanted one, but I didn't have the space for it until recently when I built a new layout. Anyways, I've been looking for one of these. They're all overpriced on eBay, but I was at a trade show and I found one for $7. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. I wanted to get the older style too, because the newer ones, they had, I guess, lifelike, I don't know, they lost the license to put name brands on it, so, yeah, you can see there's like Pepsi right there. There's some name brands on this thing. I feel kind of bad opening this, because it's been closed since whatever, this was made in the 70s, I guess, but, what are you gonna do? Here are our beautiful Al's General Store construction parts. These old lifelike buildings are usually pretty plain at first. Oops. There's the base. We're gonna need that. Quite a bit of stuff, actually. Not bad. That would appear to be the roof. Usually with these builds, what I do is I just start taking random bits off. Cut off all the flashing later with a knife. But just in the idea of getting things done quicker, we'll do that. So, I'll be back when I got all this stuff cut. So, it's sometime later, and I've kind of got all the stuff separated. I turned a small mess into a big mess. All in the spirit of getting things done quickly, I'm going to start by putting a bit of glue on this piece right here. I'm going to try bonding these two pieces together. Last time I tried to put one of these things together, what was it? It was a lifelike Superstore, a supermarket, yes, that was it. That turned out to be a lot harder than I thought it would be to put together. And this might be too. Okay, I'm gonna have to cut off some flashing here. I just noticed there's a little bit around this piece. It probably is on all sides. I should have checked it. It didn't look like there was any, but I was wrong. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Put just a little more glue to be safe. Well, we've got one wall on. Let's try putting on another here. I've barely looked at the instructions. I'm just putting together what looks right. Hopefully we'll end up with a nice building at the end of the day. Who knows, maybe we won't. Yeah, that will go there. Always have to check for fit. These lifelike buildings, the molds were actually, when this was made in the 70s, these molds were pretty accurate, but with the more modern builds, I've actually noticed the plastic tends to be kind of warped, so these might actually be a better choice than the new ones. Well, it's been a bit of time later. I think it's probably safe to put this wall on, so we're going to do that. This one's built a little different than the other ones. The clips that hold it together, they look a little different. Probably for a reason I should be paying attention about, but yeah, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Kind of realized it probably would have been a good idea for me to put these window fixtures in a while ago, but it's okay. It'll be fine. I'm not sure if there's a specific way. I'm going to put it in from the outside. The reason I'm doing that is because there's a little rim on the edge of it, so I think if I put it in from the inside, it's not going to look quite right. Yeah, that kind of felt right. Yeah, that looks fine. I've got all these windows. These definitely go in. Whoops, there's the glue. These definitely go in from the inside, so we'll just take those off. And with these cheaper buildings, you don't get any actual glass panes. I guess I could add some if I wanted to, although I don't know if I have any plastic for them. Let's try installing one. Yeah, that's fine. Installing a lot of the windows, just like that. The great thing about installing windows is that if you install them from the inside out, you can do a pretty messy job actually, because if you don't see it from the outside, who cares? And just let that set, and it'll be good to go. We're now going to install what I can only assume are the windows. Glue the building down to the platform. I hope this doesn't have any negative effects later. I think I've got everything I need to in it. I think. You can never know. At least not in my case. So, I'll just put this piece on. I can't see any reason why I can't install this, the front porch either. And that should be good enough. We'll start putting this piece together. I already put some glue on that, and we'll just set it in place. That's plenty of glue. Now we're gonna put the porch on this thing. Expect a time lapse because I'm not sure how complicated that's gonna be. I put the porch together off camera. It turned out to be a lot harder to put together than I thought. You'd be surprised how much getting each of these little gate porch posts, I don't know what you would call them, to get into the roof properly. It was quite tricky, but I finally did it, and it's good. So we're gonna continue building this thing. I also assembled this piece. We still have to put the chimney on it, and we also have to put on all the roofing stuff, and we've also got tons of details like this dumpster and all the decals. I got a whole bunch of decals we have to put on, so still plenty of stuff to do. I'd say it's probably okay to put the roof on, so we're gonna put a little bit of, well, a lot of glue actually. Don't want to be stingy with it. I think it was in my River Rossi engine shed building video. Somebody's like, oh, you just throw these things together. It's not the speed, it's the precision that matters. So I got that part of the roof on, just as I suspected. It just need a lot of flashing on the sides, on the exterior walls cut off. So I did that on this side, so in theory this piece should go on without any issues, but you can never really tell with these old lifelike buildings how they'll go together exactly. I'll just put a lot of glue. That'll probably help. Yeah, I'll put some on the top as well. Okay, here we go. And now we wait. Now that we've got the roof on, we're gonna put on the piece of the roof, kind of the windows for the attic, I guess. That's what you might call them. And yeah, we'll just put a good layer of glue on this piece here. Now, after a little bit of time, I finally got this part of the roof done. I think it turned out pretty good. You know, you're probably wondering what I did to this building. Basically, this was all just a great big piece of roof, and I didn't think that would look very good, because if you put this over top of it, and if you put a light fixture in the building, light won't be able to travel through. So I thought that would look kind of bad, so I cut this out. Unfortunately, while I was cutting it out, I burned the sign a bit, but that's okay. I also drilled a couple holes in the platform, added these really tasteful looking lights to the structure, so that I don't know, just add a little more detail, especially since this is supposed to be a town. Anyways, let's glue on this roof. I'm gonna put a really thick coating of glue. It's kind of weird. Most structures would have like little things for the roof to grip onto. I guess they didn't do that in case you don't want to add this part on. I don't know why you wouldn't, though. To me, it adds so much detail to the building. That's probably enough glue. The interesting thing about this roof, it's green, but they painted it on the outside. I don't know why they made it a different color from the rest of the roof, but I guess it looks good. Just gonna get this even. That looks pretty good. Now I'll just hold it until it dries. I'm honestly wondering if someday in the future they'll be able to bring back all these sets that all these companies like Tyco and Lifelike, Bachmann even, were making at one point, and make them able to be 3D printed, because if they were to do that, it'd be kind of cool. These could all be made, or even just parts for them would really be quite good. Well, we'll have to see, I guess. So we've got the building pretty much done. I think we can start sticking on some decals. We've got some interesting decals in here. I'll show them all to you. You've got Canada Dry. Any Canadian will appreciate that, obviously. A politically correct ad for chewing tobacco. Al's General Store, the name of the general store. Union Beer. I bet if they were making this set today, they wouldn't put beer. It'd probably be Union Soda. Railway agency, so that's what's supposed to go on the back, which is proof, by the way, that this is in fact supposed to be put beside a railway. Pepsi Cola, this is their old ad, but they've brought it back, so ironically it's still modern. And you got Campbell's Soup, Heinz 57, still in Leamington when this was made. Yeah, and you got your classic Coke, two other brands. I assume they're for beer. Those are the ones I listed before. Anyways, let's stick some of these on here. I'm really hoping that these are stickers and not decals, because decals are really tricky to get on. I think they're stickers. I think they're just really, whoops. Well, I'll make it easier to get this on, actually. I think they've just dried out a little bit. Yeah, doesn't that just look fantastic? Yeah, let's stick on the Coke one now. I don't think they're stickers after all. I think they are decals, but I'm just gonna put glue on them and try to get them to stick on that way, because decals they break so easily. Really not something I want to deal with, so let's put a bit of glue on them. Whoops. I got that straight. Yeah, that looks fine. Right here is where they put the Union beer. I think that's a good location for it, so take this little decal off. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, let's get our good old Pepsi ad. Try to get this on evenly. Nailed it. And got our chewing tobacco ad. We'll just put some glue on that. Now it's time to stick on our wonderful Canada Dry. Yeah, that looks good. Just want something so I can kind of crimp it down. Yeah, Heinz 57 with their factory still in Leamington. Stuck to my finger. Damn. And here's the general store completely finished. As you can see, I've got the fantastic little lights I added. And we've got all the advertisements, the bench, everything. I think this building turned out quite well. I'm really happy with it. I wound up just putting the Campbell soup ad, put it at a bit of an angle. I'm not sure if that looks weird or if it, I don't know, kind of add some character to it. But that's just what I did. And around the back here, I thought this looked a little too clean actually, so you can kind of see I just added a bit of grime, basically just took a bit of black spray paint, and I just kind of aimed it kind of towards here, so what it did was the mist kind of hit the building, so it just made the back look a little bit more of a freight yard kind of type area. And the dumpster was supposed to go here. I wanted just putting these two kind of drums there. And I put the dumpster out back. I just thought it was a bit weird. No general store would want to have their dumpster out front. There was supposed to be, I think the barrels were supposed to go up here on this bench. I just put these random packages, and you can also see I colored in those packages. Here are also all the advertisements, the Union beer, the Coca-Cola, and the Pepsi. And then we come back around front where we started. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I had a lot of fun building this thing, and hopefully it will serve as a great new building on my new layout and will last a good long time. Hopefully. You'll have a good life.